What's going on, guys? Your boy Sanda Sensei here to educate on everything anime because y'all know I love me some anime. And as the One Piece mega fan that I am, I definitely gotta talk about One Piece because I've been thinking about it a lot. Now, there's a character that was spoken about on One Piece a few arcs ago, and everybody knows he's an important character, but nobody knows the connection he has to Gol D Rodger in the One Piece. And that character is Joy Boy. You know what I'm saying? Joy Boy has been spoken about, and he's had some connections, but nobody really knows what his connection is. And I'm gonna give you my theory on what Joy Boy's connection is to Gol D Rodger in the One Piece, and where does he fit in this whole One Piece TV show. So we got a lot to talk about, guys. So let class begin. So before we get into this whole Joy Boy, Gol D Rodger, One Piece connection, I have to kind of give you some background story on who Joy Boy was. Now, Joy Boy was only spoken about when Nico Robin read a poneglyph that spoke about Joy Boy, and it was an apology letter to Poseidon because Joy Boy promised Poseidon that he would help carry the Noah, which is the gigantic ship that Luffy destroyed half of when he did his elephant Gatling, out of the water. That was his job. That's what he promised Poseidon he was going to do. And he broke that promise. And obviously the poneglyph was basically a apology letter saying, oh, I'm sorry I broke the promise, whatever. Luffy was, damaging the Noah or whatever. But what ended up happening is, Shihashi basically called the Sea Kings to grab the Noah and stop it from, being destroyed completely. Which probably wouldn't have happened because Luffy was like busting blood vessels and all that crap. But Luffy did a pretty good job, I will say so for myself, whatever. So the Sea Kings took the Noah to, the Sea Forest, and they planned to fix it. Now that was the small snippet about Joy Boy, right? Now that is what happened, and this is what we're gonna get into. The reason why I believe Joy Boy had a very integral part, and why everybody believes that he has a very integral part, because they never brought him up again after that point. I think he had something very interesting to deal with Gol D Rodger, Luffy, and Shihashi. So the other thing we have to get into is Gol D Rodger. Now we all know the two people that was able to hear the Sea Kings were Gol D Rodger and Luffy. Obviously, we know the connection between Gol D Rodger and Luffy. Both of them are, part of the D family. Obviously, Luffy's probably gonna be king of pirates, stuff like that. So I understand that connection, right? But Shihashi was able to command the Sea Kings. I think Joy Boy was able to command the Sea Kings also. And this would make sense because Poseidon asked Joy Boy, or he had a promise with Joy Boy to get the Noah out of the sea. Now, mind you, the only way to get this Noah out of the sea was using the Sea Kings to move it. I think Joy Boy had a crucial part in hiding the rest of Gol D Rodger's crew. Because we know Gol D Rodger had to turn himself in. There was multiple reasons why he had to turn himself in. One, because obviously he wanted to start a new great pirate era and tell everybody about the One Piece. And secondly, he wanted to talk to Garp and tell Garp to take care of his son because you cannot punish a son for the crimes of his father. Obviously, those are the two main reasons why Gol D Rodger had to turn himself in. But the rest of the crew, like Rayleigh, like Kozuki Oden, like a few other guys, all had mega bounties. Their bounties were very big. So how were these guys able to basically vanish or not be, tracked down for years on end after they got to the One Piece? Somebody had to hide them out. They had to disappear somehow. Now, mind you, Rayleigh got captured in Shamandi, and he basically was captured. He was like gonna be turned into a slave, and nobody knew who he was until he started, obviously using his haki to break out and stuff like that. But the idea that a guy with a massive bounty, because we have to assume that Rayleigh had the second highest bounty on that ship because he was second in command. So a guy that was second in command and also taught Luffy how to use haki and all that stuff. How was he able to live a normal life, or not be, chased down like crazy by the Marines? I think Joy Boy had a major part in hiding them. I think what he did was they obviously got a bubble around their ship. They went underseas, and they had the Sea Kings basically monitoring that area. So anybody who came near there would get attacked by a Sea King. And obviously, unless you're a certain level of strength, you probably won't get past there. So that's how I think Joy Boy has a huge connection. He was probably integral in hiding the rest of the Gol D Rodger's crew from the Marines because after they split up, all of them went and did their own thing. You know what I'm saying? All of them, basically, separated. But my question is, how are you able to separate and not be tracked down by the Marines? Because again, you guys all have very high biomes. There's no way for you to just disappear off the map, the face of the map, unless you go undersea. That's just my opinion. Now let's get into how this connects to the One Piece. Now mind you, I already stated that Joy Boy was able to command the Sea Kings, right? So obviously that's how they were going to be moved to Noah, and that's how he was going to keep his promise with Poseidon. My mindset is this: maybe the One Piece or Raftel is not, it's an island, but it's undersea. The poneglyph that you have to read will tell you, I think the 4 poneglyph that they have to read to find the location of the One Piece or Raftel will tell you that the poneglyphs, or basically that the island is not on land, it's undersea. And the only way you can get to it is, it might be in the sea forest. That'd probably be where the location is, and the only way you can get to it is if somebody can control the Sea Kings to get them away from the area so you can get into the One Piece. That's probably the situation. That's probably why Joy Boy has a huge connection. That's probably why you only hear about him in the poneglyphs. It's because he is the key pinch or the linchpin to getting to the One Piece, or somebody who has the same ability as him, like Shirashi. And that will also tell you why Luffy will be the only person that'll be able to go to the One Piece, because she has the connection with Luffy, and she's the only person Luffy's the only person that she trusts, and she would be willing to move the Sea King so Luffy can attain the One Piece. I think that's how that whole thing plays out. I think that's what Joy Boy's connection with Gol D Rodger and the One Piece is, and I think that's the only thing that makes sense, because if he is connected to the One Piece and Gol D Rodger and Poseidon and Noah, there has to be a reason. Now, mind you, some of the things that I've seen is that obviously Shirashi commanding the Sea Kings to move to Noah. That seems like the only way to move that huge ship. So somebody has to have that ability before her, which would be Joy Boy. Obviously, Gol D Rodger and his connection on Joy Boy. Maybe even Joy Boy was part of his crew for a little bit. Who knows? But what I'm saying is the connection with Joy Boy is probably how they was able to hide the location of Raftel, and you need to get the poneglyphs in every single one to actually find out that it's undersea, and you need somebody with the ability to move the Sea Kings or command the Sea Kings to actually reach it. And that would make sense why none of the emperors were able to get to Raftel. Mind you, one, because they're constantly warring with the other emperors and they're not gonna let them do it, but also because unless you have the connection or the person that can command the Sea Kings, you would never be able to reach it. And I think the reason why Luffy and Gol D Rodger was able to hear the Sea Kings is because they were destined to reach the One Piece. And I think Luffy's being able to listen and hear the Sea Kings will also benefit him in the future too. So that's my theory as far as the One Piece and why Joy Boy's connection with Gol D Rodger, the One Piece, Luffy, and Shirashi. That's my mindset. That's what I think, and we'll see if I'm right. Class is dismissed. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Roman.com and Twitter and wherever else. And guys, get in the comment section, man. Do you guys like my theory? Do you think I'm right on, or do you think I'm way off? Definitely put that in the comment section below, and definitely put your own theories in, because I like to hear you guys, thoughts and everything like that, whatever. Also, I think that's the only connection Joy Boy has to Gol D Rodger and the One Piece and Luffy and Shirashi and all that stuff. So definitely put that in the comment section below, man. I want to hear y'all theories. Check out the description. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Spreadshirt account, the Patreon page. Both links are in the description. You already know what it is. Check out my dog Ron Steam's channel. Very funny dude, very talented, and we also have a podcast together. Definitely check that out, man. We talk about some really good topics, everything like that. Check out my other channel, El Camera TV. I do poetry, skit videos, talking about Carolina Panthers. Do a whole bunch of stuff on that channel. Definitely check that channel out, man. Show us some love. You already know what it is, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love, and thank y'all for supporting me. You already know what it is, man. Keep on watching for more anime content, reviews, theories, and whatever else, man. And thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.